What's up, gamers? So we're back with a few quick matches video. And I was only expecting to do like 2 uploads this week. I was going to do the guide for Noct and then the gameplay matches for Noct. And then I've been currently working on playing Ren, because that's the surprise. That's the next character guide I'm going to do. And Ren's he's a very unique character. And my first initial thoughts, which I'll talk about in the video, I thought he would probably be the hardest character to play, but now he just kind of seems like the easiest. But I'll talk about that when I do the Ren guide. Today we are here to talk about something I did not think this game would get. I thought the creator was kind of like just making this game for fun. Did not think they would be looking at the gameplay of the game, and I did not think we would be getting any patches, let alone like nerfs. Like I was expecting like new stages. There is a character that's like expecting to come out in like 2 weeks, but like nerfs, was definitely not expecting that. So yeah, I figured I'd just do a video covering the very first patch for a few quick matches. So let's see. New patch, new stages. I saw one of the new stages because one of the new stages look exactly like tri-platform Battlefield. We already have like the double platform, which you could call small Battlefield, but I saw another stage that looked like tri-platform Battlefield. I would like to start this patch by saying most of the character changes are indeed nerfs, which is understandable, with this being like a first on release game. All of the character, well, I played Noct and Ren, and I've been playing Ren, and Noct, like I said, feels really strong. And then from playing Ren feels really strong. Like Ren's range is really ridiculous. Now that I've been like kind of playing them and using them, yeah, Ren's range is like really strong. The only character I haven't touched is Eureka, but I see a lot of Eureka clips on Twitter. A lot of people say Eureka is absolutely ridiculous. So with them saying most of them are nerfs, that's kind of understandable, especially in a game where like you can kind of like free flow combos and stuff. I've seen like a lot of 0 to deaths. So let's see. These nerfs just start aligning the characters with my original vision of who they were. I like that statement. I really do like that statement because it shows like the creator has an idea of what they think the character should do, and they're just trying to put them in line with what they think the character should do, or how they think the character should be, versus them making the character how they think the people who play the game think the character should be. Like I've seen a lot of people say like Ren's aerial should be a lot faster so they could be more spammable and things like that, and maybe the developer Pluto doesn't want Ren's aerials to be like that. But yeah, so I like that statement. I promise this one is just pretty vital for the enjoyment of actual fighting against the characters and having proper advantage stakes. Try not to think of this as a direct hit on your character, because every character is getting hit. Instead of why does Pluto hate me, Pluto's the developer, frame your question as what is it like to fight against what I'm doing to my opponent. That's actually a very good way of looking at it. In a Noct guide, one of the examples I could give is Noct's arrows are really strong because you can't run and shield in this game. You can't really run and parry either. So like projectiles, like Noct's projectiles are like really strong because you kind of have to, it forces you to either stay away or jump. So I do think that's good, because if no one wants to fight you, eventually the game dies. That is also very true. From playing, I've seen a lot more people start to pick up Noct, because you can't do anything against Noct's projectiles. I've seen a lot of people say they don't like playing against Noct, because you can't do anything against like Noct's projectiles. I've also seen a lot of people say they don't like fighting against Ren, because Ren's neutral special, which is like when they throw the sword down and dash to it, really strong. It's really fast. It makes him move. Like it gives him crazy movement options for a character with like such large hitboxes, and it leads to combos. So things like that, you can't really do anything about it because you can't block it. So it's like you just kind of got to respect it because they're projectiles. So I do think that's a good developer take. Important, not in this patch, but coming before the tournament on Sunday. Also tournament on Sunday. If you didn't know, the developer is actually having a $2,000 prize pool tournament for a few quick matches. I believe the sign up for it is on their Twitter. So they are having a big tournament for it. Let's see. Bug fix where projectiles cause 0 hit stun if you're no longer in the end lag of your projectile attack. So that's what was happening. I thought projectiles just didn't have hit stun if your opponent was at a low percentage, but apparently if you use a projectile and you're done with the what it seems like, if you use a projectile, so like for example if you shoot Nox arrow and you're not in end lag of shooting the arrow anymore and it hits somebody, they don't get hit stun. So that would explain like why when Nox throws the bird, because the bird has very little end lag, and you hit people with the bird from like a distance, they don't have any hit stun because you're not in end lag of throwing the bird anymore. So that's okay, that makes more sense. And they say they plan on fixing that before Saturday. One more very slight Ren nerf to neutral special, making it less spammable in neutral. That's actually going to be pretty crazy, because a lot of the Rens I see, like neutral special is such a godlike move, it kind of like makes Ren nuts. Burst icons to properly display if players have used their once per stock burst, also very good. Some stocks could go pretty long and I kind of forget, like, did this person use their burst or not? So that's pretty good. Windscreen animations to properly display who won if the game goes to time, also very good. I've had a few games go to time, and how it goes is like it just says like match end and then it's over. Let me see. Stages, added castle stage and added Yomi stage have had a ninja's release, which will hopefully be in 2 weeks. If you didn't know, I said at the beginning of the video, new character within like 2 weeks. Ninja is the new character. They actually have a trailer for them on their Twitter, if you haven't seen that. I might pull that trailer up at the end of the video, because I don't think they have pictures of the new stages, but they have pictures of the new stages on their Twitter. So probably at the end of the video, I'll go to their Twitter and show off the trailer for Ninja, and then show off the trailer for the new stages. Well, I guess the picture of the new stages. Bugs fixed an issue where inputting a jump on lower frame rates would instantly burn your double jump. Okay. Fixed jabs becoming an infinite if you held the C stick in any direction while mashing jab. Huh. Okay. I haven't seen that, but that, okay. Gameplay, you can now do out a wave dash. Okay, cool. When holding left or right out of ending lag, you will now run instead of walk. Looking into doing this during more states as well, but this should help for now. When holding left or right out of landing lag, you should run. So I guess like when you hit like an aerial or something and you hold like left or right, you'll start off with the run animation instead of walking. Characters, okay. Eureka is meant to be a rushdown brawler, understandable. Her small hitboxes are a great way to minimize her ability to just run over the competition, but her recovery at the moment is just too strong. Oh god, I'm so glad it wasn't me. I even had said it in like my not video. I'm like, this character can't like be invincible all the way up. There's times where like Eureka will up special, and I'm just like, what do I do? So if you manage to win the ground game against Eureka, you should feel rewarded with edge guard opportunities. As the Eureka, you should feel less comfortable being off stage, which is meant to be a weak point for her. This one nerf edges closer to the ideal design without ruining her combo potential, and I think this is enough for now to make up fighting Eureka more bearable. Up special, which is her orb, where she throws the orb. Limit to 2 uses per airtime. Okay, so that's 2 teleports instead of 4. Wall jumping returns you to 2 uses. Okay. Throwing the orbs counts as a use, and teleporting counts as a use. Oh, so technically her up special, you get 1 teleport. So I was thinking when it said 2 uses, I was thinking it meant you got 2 teleports. But you get 1 teleport, which makes sense because they also kind of have like a flip jump. Like Eureka has like a lot of different recovery moves. They have like a flip jump. I think they have like a diagonal falcon kick. So it makes sense. All right, so you get 1 teleport, and if you wall hop, you get another teleport. Okay. Jab 1 and 2 are now a true combo, so players cannot parry between hits unless the move is stale. Also understandable. I have seen that a lot. A lot of people like get hit by Eureka's jab and they just like mash parry. Let's see Noct. Noct mains. If you're mad at me for this, just know it's not my fault. Blame the Knots who ran away and camped and flew away forever and refused to play the game and ran the timer to 0. Well, I haven't run into any of them, but it is understandable. I tried to buff physical tools to balance out the fact that I'm gutting his run and high capabilities. Okay, Noct is absolutely meant to throw projectiles at you. Understandable. He is always going to throw projectiles at you. However, I want to reduce Noct's ridiculous circle camp potential and the ability to basically win any fight by just controlling space and running away forever. Understandable, Noct is a very good camp character. These changes aim to incentivize Noct to interact with opponents more and diminish his absurd stage control, nerfing recovery while buffing consistency of his main physical kill tool, forward air. That's cool. As you've seen in the Noct video, a lot of times like people fall out of forward air, so it being more consistent, like I'll take that. Means maybe every Noct ditto won't go to time. Up special. This change might be tuned a lot over the course of today, so don't freak out if it's too crazy for the first couple of hours. Recovery now has a fuel gauge. When the gauge hits 0, you will automatically be dropped by the bird. This gauge begins refueling once you've touched the ground and refuels faster when you hit opponents with physical attacks. This change makes his recovery even more vulnerable, which is where he is meant to be at his weakest, but more importantly prevents him from spamming up special to essentially get out of every bad situation. Using this move outside of its intended recovery purpose is now a calculated risk, because if you're hit off stage without proper refueling, you will have significantly less resources to get back to the stage. Up special is now replenished after a wall jump, giving you some more mix ups during recovery, but it doesn't replenish the fuel gauge. And you can't wall jump during up special. You have to cancel it or use another special first and then wall jump. Okay, so it's kind of like a buff and a nerf. Having a fuel gauge is completely understandable because a lot of people use this move to run away, as they said. But it's also kind of like a buff because you couldn't wall, like you wouldn't get your up special back after you wall jumped. You will up special, you will make it to the wall, you will wall jump, you will double jump, you will air dash, and if you didn't make it on the ledge, you kind of just died. So at least now you can kind of like up special, get yourself a little bit closer to the ledge, air dash into the wall jump, use your first aerial jump, maybe up B again, or use your double aerial jump, and then up special that way. So it is a nerf. Because his recovery isn't as easy as like I'm just gonna press up special, but it does give you other options around it. So I actually do like that change. Down special, which is the bird bomb. Hitbox size reduced while on the ground. Understandable. The blast, the hitbox of that blast is huge. It's also no longer centered. It hits higher above the bomb, but not as far down, preventing full control of platforms when the bomb was placed at the center of a platform, which is also understandable because you could kind of like just drop bomb in the middle of a platform and it covered like above, under, and like all around the platform. So that's an understandable nerf. Attached and detached bomb hitboxes are now projectiles, meaning you can air dash through them, providing counterplay when the bomb is attached, but still giving Noct the overall advantage in the situation. Okay, so if you believe someone is going to pop bomb, you could preemptively like air dash it to get away from the explosion. Reduce bird lifetime to 3 seconds. Okay, so that means the bird will only stay out for 3 seconds. Increase bird cooldown to 3 seconds. So that means you can't throw out bird as much. Forward air, more auto link potential, and less frames between hits 1 and 2. Both hits should connect more consistently now, and you can quick cancel it off of a short hop, increasing combo potential. That's really good. Noct's forward air being more consistent is actually really, really good. Down smash sends at a more horizontal angle, but has more in lag. Okay. Forward smash reduce in lag, which is also understandable because forward smash doesn't kill, it kind of combos. And then especially with after they update the changes to like hit stun on people with projectiles, forward smash won't become like a really good combo tool. Jab 1 and 2 are now a true combo, so players cannot parry between hits unless the move is still. Okay. Jab 2 can no longer be DI, meaning it will more. That is perfect. Someone in my comments told me about like canceling the first hit of jab 3, which is the first arrow to like kind of keep it going, but now you can hit like all 3 arrows or at least 2 arrows and then cancel that way. So like I said in their guide, like jab not connecting kind of sucks, but now it seems like all of the hits of jab will connect. Rend. There are basically no changes to Ren's advantage state or combo mechanics. Understandable. Ren is a very straightforward kind of character in the game. I definitely recommend if you're trying to get used to playing the game, play Ren. These changes aim to keep Ren's massive sword swings as huge threats, but tone them down a little if you miss, preventing players from mindlessly spamming neutral special, which is the sword toss, neutral air, ooh, and back air without the full threat of punishment. Ooh. Okay. Because Nox neutral air is really good. Jab, set hit stun, and slightly more in lag on whiff, preventing the move from being comboed into anything other than tilts as intended. Who? Man. Okay. I'm glad I waited to make the Ren guide. Because like one of like the early kill confirms he has is like you can go jab into up special into cancel into like down air for like kills that way. You can go jab into like dash back cancel forward smash. Like Ren's jab had a lot of hit stun. So I wonder if it still has like that. Well, it says it has less hit stun. Okay. Up special, remove the crazy hitbox that kill at like 40%. That also sucks because like I said, he had kind of like jab into up special. And if your opponent wasn't ready, you can kind of like jab them and up special them at like 40% on the edge of the stage and they die. So it was really busted. That was one of my favorite things to do. But it being taken away is understandable because it was really strong. Neutral air with landing lag increased from 10 to 12. So now 12 frames of ending. So 2 extra frames of ending lag. Understandable because you shouldn't just be randomly throwing out neutral air. You should be trying to space it as much as you can. Also, especially in a game with no shield. So technically, since there are no shields, you kind of got to respect the swing until it's done. Back air with landing lag increased from 12 to 14. Understandable. Back air is really strong. Very disjointed. So yeah, it should be some risk to throwing it out. Forward tilt and down tilt. Ooh. Hitbox size reduction so it no longer reaches as far behind him. It's a very good change. Because a lot of times when it would even happen when I play with Ren, you would kind of like dash into somebody and you would jab them and they DI the jab like behind you, and you can down tilt, which is a swing in front of you, and it would catch them from behind you and throw them in front of you so you can combo. It will work with both down tilt and forward tilt. So it's okay, understandable. As stated above, I am nerfing neutral special, but I won't get it right. But I want to get it right and make sure the move is still one of the best moves in the game, because it is one of the best moves in the game. Ren's neutral special is nuts, while also being less spammable. This change will happen before the tournament. Ninja soon. Online update soon with public lobby lists, okay, private lobbies, Steam friend lobbies, and better connection / fits for players who can't play online. Still working on better binds for training mode on controller. Also may have a new collaboration or two in the works. Let's go Pluto, putting in the work. So yeah, those are the patch notes. Looking really, I am looking forward to playing now. Looking extremely forward to playing now. The knot changes are kind of understandable. Also with the Ren changes, like I say, from playing Ren, like just being able to spam like neutral air and back air without being afraid of anything is like really good, because there's no shielding, so you just kind of gotta respect the hitboxes. Eureka changes, like I said in the video, like in my mind I was like, Eureka's up special can't be this good. I'm glad I'm not the only one who thought that. So yeah, these actually seem like pretty good changes. Like they seem like they kind of bring the characters in line, but don't overly like kill or gut the characters. So let me see if I can pull up the pictures of the new stages and then also the trailer for the new character Ninja. Alright gamers, so these are actually the 2 new stages. Like I said, we have like the battlefield kind of stage, like as you can see, battlefield. I'm assuming that's castle because you can kind of see the castle in the background. And I'm assuming this is Yomi, which is a quad platform stage. I wonder how this is going to go, considering one of the things they were aiming to change in the patch notes was like camping and like having a quad platform stage. Like one of the big things about platforms is that you can camp on them. You kind of get what I'm saying? So like for example, in this matchup, since Eureka's aerials don't cover as much, I mean they do linger, so you might be able to catch someone that's trying to like jump away. But say this was Not, and Not's up air is just kind of like straight up. Not could probably place a bomb on this platform, so it would stop you from going to this platform. I mean to the left platform. But the other person could probably camp the top platform and the right platform, and Not can't really do anything about that except for like preemptively throw out a move to see if it would hit. So that is kind of one of the things with platforms and platform fighters, is that platforms become really strong when it comes to like trying to camp. So I wonder if these will receive some changes like down the line, because like one of the ways you stop people from being able to camp on platforms is you make the platform stages a lot smaller. These stages do seem pretty big, and then like the quad platform setup, just it screams you'll never catch me. Like it screams percent lead, which is like Not's going to love this stage because they could just kind of like throw out projectiles. They can fly, even with the nerf to like flight, they could still land on one of the platforms and proceed to camping and everything like that. Once again, like a pretty cool stage idea, but may need to be shrunken. Like I could see if the stage was smaller and the platforms like kind of lean more off the ledge. Like if you've ever played Smash Bros, you know how Kalos has the 2 platforms on the end, but they lean like off the ledge, so it's more detrimental because the platforms aren't on stage, they're off the stage, so you don't have that like area up under you to cover you. I think that would be a good idea, but they do seem cool. Really cool. Let's see if I can find that trailer for Ninja. Okay, so yeah, this is the trailer for Ninja, so let's... Like they look really dope. The shadow clone mechanic looks so dope. Oh my gosh. So yeah, that's the new character Ninja. Ninja is apparently from Yomi, which stands for Your Only Move is Hustle. So it's kind of like a collaboration thing between a few quick matches and Yomi. So yeah, that'll do it, gamers. That was the 2 new stages, a breakdown of the patch notes, and a preview of the new character Ninja if you haven't seen them yet. So hopefully you gamers are enjoying the videos. Hopefully you gamers are enjoying a few quick matches. It's a really fun game. Seems like the creator's going to be supporting it for a while. It's not just going to like die away and go to the wayside. So if this video helped and it was informative, leave a like or comment, subscribe. There's going to be a few quick matches videos coming out. Like I said, I got the Ren guide coming along with some Ren gameplay. I will catch you gamers in the next one. Bye.